Hello, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is a hair routine for Soleil. It's highly requested. I get a lot of questions about how I maintain and do her hair. So we said, why not? So right now, I am washing it. I only use Garnier. Sometimes I switch it up because, they're always coming out with different treatments for curly hair or for thick hair or, just different things like that. So I have to put a lot of shampoo because, as you know, she has so much hair, and I have to separate it and get all in there and in the front and on the edges because I do use gel to keep her edges down. So I like to make sure I get in there really good. And so now we're just going to rinse all that out and make sure she keeps her eyes closed and, all that. And you got to separate her hair because it is very, very full. So sometimes, I think I washed everything out, but there's actually, soap still in there. Then we have to go back in and do it all over again. Look how cute she is. All right, so now we're going to go in with the conditioner. This is what I'm using right now. And I get the big bottle and I just dump it into my hand because she has so much hair. And you'll see this is not enough. I'll definitely have to go in again with maybe like one or two more dumps of it. And I start at the roots and I make sure I get it in there. And then I just start pulling it throughout the rest of her hair down to her ends. And as you can see, I always go back into the roots because I want to make sure that it's really conditioned. And that's the most important thing is conditioner. I'm not a hairstylist or anything like that, but if I have any recommendations for people trying to grow their hair, it will be to use a lot of conditioner. So what I'm doing now is I'm separating the top and the bottom so that I can comb it. And with curly hair, you want to make sure you're using a wide tooth comb because you don't want to damage their hair and rip the ends and things like that. So, and you start at the bottom to make sure you get those knots out and work your way up. And thank goodness her hair was in great condition because sometimes this takes a very long time depending on how many times she wore her hair out this week. So she didn't wear it out much, so there wasn't too many knots, but sometimes it is a lot. And so now I'm just gonna part the top, and I work in 3 sections, one in the back, one on the left, one on the right. And like I said, as you can see, I am just combing out the ends and working my way to the roots. And again on the other side. And Soleil has always had long hair like this since she was born. And we cut it like once or twice a year. She gets either her bangs cut, and during the school year, we definitely cut it so that it's not falling in the toilet because it is extremely long. So here I just have the water running and having the conditioner go all the way through while I comb it through and make sure that everything got in there. And I know I have a heavy hand and poor baby, but look, there you go. So that is a full shot of her hair. It's more wavy than it is curly. She doesn't have like ringlets, so you can see how long it is. It comes down to her behind. So now she is sitting down. The second thing we use a lot of is coconut oil, and I put that in her hair. Now if I'm gonna blow it out and just leave it straight, I won't use coconut oil because it will make her hair really stiff. But I'm just going to show you guys what I do for just like a weekly maintenance. So I separated the back again and I run the coconut oil through it. There is conditioner still left in her hair because I like to keep that in there to protect it, especially if we're going to be swimming and it's the summertime. So I just comb through it again, make sure that all the knots and everything is out, and now we're going to blow dry. Now we don't blow dry often, maybe like once a month, twice a month max. And this is to allow me to do her hair every morning, especially for the school year, because if it is curly, it makes it harder to do her hair in the morning. So we're just gonna blow dry it out. And once you start drying, as you can see, it gets very full and thick. So I end up having to break the back into 2 sections and blow drying it that way. And I use a medium and low heat. I switch on and off between medium and low because I don't want to damage her hair. I don't want too much heat on it. I really just want to get it to, you know, to be dry quicker than air drying it, which we do air dry often during the school year. And so now that it's dry, what I do, if this was during the school year, I would just braid that section down into a ponytail. And usually we do this at night or on the weekends. So I will braid this section all the way down, put a rubber band on it, and leave it like that. So in the morning, it's straight and combed and clean and ready to go into pigtails, which is what she usually wears throughout the year. And so now I'm going to do the same thing to the sides, and I realized there was a like floaty toy out, so I had to clean that up really quick. But yeah, so I do the same thing. I put the coconut oil on it. I'm combing it through. I'm going to blow dry it and braid it down. And this is pretty much what I do on a daily basis, is keep it treated and keep it cleaned and combed. And you see my talkative girl is just yapping away. She just loves to talk so much. She has such an articulate palette of words. And there you go. That side is done, and it is just being braided down and tucked away nice and neatly, as you can see. And then my camera actually died on me. The battery died out and I didn't have the backup charged. So here is just the end shot. And I wanted to show you 2 different sides. So one side is nice and straight, that I flat ironed. And then the other side is the hot brush, or whatever they call that. And I brushed it down with that. So sometimes if when I'm doing her hair, I'll either use a hot comb if I want it really straight, or I'll use the hot brush if I just want it straight enough to do braids or something like that. And that is it. Thank you so much for watching.